It's time for your favorite game with a newly changed name. 365 New Musicals. I have changed the name because while I am listening to a new musical a day, I'm not posting these every single day because I'm way too much of a perfectionist. So I'm trying once a week. We have a very interesting one for today. We have Cruel Intentions, the 90s musical. It has come to my attention that I have not given a clear explanation as to why I give a disclaimer before I read a synopsis. So while I'm listening to a show, I'm able to get a pretty good general idea of what the storyline is. That's why a musical is a musical. You're supposed to be able to tell the storyline through the music. But because I'm not actively seeing it, I'm sure that there are things that I can misconstrue because there are scenes in between that are giving a little bit more explanation and a little bit more detail. So what I do when I look up a synopsis is I scan multiple websites to get a generalized idea of how most theater-based websites are describing this show, and then I find one that I personally think is the best and makes the most sense to read, and then I'll read it to you guys. So even though I am doing as much work as I can to make sure that I am giving you guys an accurate synopsis, there is a chance that I'm going to be giving you a wrong synopsis. I mean, I am pulling these from the internet, and the internet is not always right, contrary to popular belief. Hopefully that explains why I give a disclaimer before reading a synopsis. This synopsis has been pulled from stageagent.com. Unsexy and seductive, Cruel Intentions is the ultimate 90s throwback. Venture into the rich and manipulative world of step-siblings Sebastian Valmont and Catherine, I'm not even going to try the last name. Driven by revenge, lust, and passion, and oblivious to the feelings of others, the siblings make an eventful bet. Can Sebastian seduce the new headmaster's daughter, Annette Hargrove, strip of her prized virginity? Meanwhile, can Catherine get her revenge on naive and innocent student Cecile, who Catherine blames for wrecking her last relationship? Chases on for both siblings. However, Sebastian soon learns that there is one issue getting in the way that he could never have imagined: love. Based on the hit film of the same name and featuring a jukebox score of classic 90s tunes, Cruel Intention has gained a cult following and has been performed across the world following its successful off-Broadway run in 2017. If you're a fan of this series, you will know that this is typically when I say the songs that I liked from the musical. We're skipping that today because there was nary a song. Not a one. Did not. Technically. Full disclaimer, buckle up. If you thought that I was harsh about rags, I'm gonna drag the shit out of this show. I wish that there was a word in the English language that could describe the hatred that I feel for this show. I utterly despise this show. I despise anything that it takes an idea from another existing form and then basically creates the same thing using the same idea, and in this case, the same fucking music. Now, I know what you're gonna say, Kay, but there are some songs that were added in that are not from the movie. I don't give one flying fuck about those songs, alright? They weren't good. It's one thing to be a jukebox musical and to take songs from popular musics and pop culture and then add them into your show that make a cohesive sound, nice storyline. I don't think that this fucking show did that in the slightest. I think that it was a money grab. Quite frankly. I think that somebody decided, let me make this show, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the soundtrack from the fucking movie, and I'm just gonna make the cast sing it. But then I'm also gonna add in, like, a couple pop songs. That way nobody can, like, say that I'm stealing from the movie. Hey, while we're at it, let's get some mediocre-ass singers to sing this shit off-Broadway. That's what this show felt like. And honestly, let's take a step back. Fuck the music, alright? I'm gonna put that to the side. It's a jukebox. I'm not the biggest fan of a jukebox musical, so we're gonna step out of that. I still have a problem with this fucking show. Because, one, stole the fucking script of this movie. Right? Cruel Intentions, one of my favorite movies. I love Cruel Intentions. Tell me why. I hit play on the soundtrack for this musical, and I heard verbatim the fucking movie script. Not only is that bad enough, but do you know how I know that it was verbatim the movie script? Because the actors matched the cadence. Matched the acting, matched everything about how the original actors played these characters. Nothing makes me more angry in theater than laziness. And this show is the definition of pure, unadulterated laziness. We need to never do this show again. If you are returning, you know my scoring system. If you're new here, I have a little scoring system for how I rate all of my shows. 1 being the worst, 5 being the best. 1, never listening again, glad it's over. I'm rating this show below that. I can't even fucking say that I'm glad the show's over because I'm regretting ever fucking listening to it. I hated with every ounce of my fucking being this show. And I don't think there will ever in the English language be a word to describe the utter hatred and anger that I feel towards the creator, the producers, and everybody who made this show happen. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you all next time.